One of my favourite historical films from that particular era of the Puritans is Cromwell, which stars Alec Guinness and Richard Harris in the title role. And Cromwell really is very important in American history, because what Cromwell fought for in England and what he innovated and experimented with in England with checks and balances and how to develop a constitutional republic, it may not have fully succeeded in Britain, but it did fully succeed in America through your War of Independence and through the constitutional republic and your checks and balances that were established in the United States of America. Cromwell is one of those vitally important figures that needs to be recognized as another one of the founding fathers of the United States of America. His experiments and his integrity in England during the English Civil War was fully realized in your War of Independence and what came later. I liked the film Cromwell to a large extent, even though it does have a few ahistoric things. One of the ahistoric points may seem minor, but there's this point where Oliver Cromwell is in discussion with the king and he advocates democracy, which Oliver Cromwell never was advocating democracy. I don't know where they got that from. That's just the 1970s anachronism that was pushed in. He was referring to the rule of law. He, in fact, was to the king speaking about the need for a constitutional monarchy. And later, he advocated for a republic based upon laws when the king had finally proved himself too treacherous to deal with. But he was first working for a constitutional monarchy and secondly for a constitutional republic. But he never was using the word democracy. He was using the words representative government, government by law, checks and balances, rule of law. So I don't know how that slipped in about democracy, but there are a few times where it depicts Oliver Cromwell having outbursts where he used terminology that wouldn't be likely, because he was such a God-fearing man. He wouldn't have used the name of God in any sense that could be considered taking God's name in vain. Puritans are very serious, and Oliver Cromwell was a very serious Puritan, a very God-fearing man. And not only that, many people may be interested to know Oliver Cromwell launched the world's first true foreign mission society, the Society for the Propagation of the Gospel amongst North American Indians. And he put a vast sum of money. Personally, he put 15,000 pounds of 1600s money, and that's a lot of money, that's in the millions by now, into missions to reach North American Indians for Christ. And he was advocating world evangelism, and he had a whole plan of dividing up the world for world evangelism, which unfortunately was cut short by his death. But Oliver Cromwell is an excellent example of a Puritan general and statesman.